Welcome to tonight's matchup. Noster Lady Panthers going against the Smithton Tigers. Smithton located about 7 miles east of Sedalia.
Noster Panthers and the Smithton Lady Tigers. In commemoration of the events of 9/11, we would like to ask for a brief moment of silence, and then it will be followed by the national anthem by Andre Williams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red lungs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Good job there by Mr. Williams, Andre Williams, singing our national anthem to get things started off. I'll tell you what, if these Lady Panthers play as well as he sings, we're going to have a great match tonight. Noster Lady Panthers taking on the Smithton Tigers. We'll get set here from introductions from our score table.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the game tonight. And before we get started, I just want to ask Leah Aquino to go to homecoming with me.
Romance in the air all over the place. These guys making everybody else look bad. A call out right before the game for homecoming. Just before this action, Noster Lady Panthers JV knocked off the Smithton Tigers in 2 sets to win their match for tonight. Looking forward to some action here between the Noster Lady Panthers and the Smithton Tigers. Our varsity getting set to start. Tonight from the football team as they're rallying around these young ladies as we get set for the first serve. Smithton Winning the toss, Whitney Fisher to serve for them. Immediate rotation there, coming in the libero, number 9, Leah Aquino. Serve is up, jump serve. Nice setup by number 7, Savannah Aquino. Set outside to number 10, Kayla Kuhlman. Just out of reach, that just barely touched their fingertips. Kayla was set up to go cross, they were blocking her line. Just out of reach. Now Noster gets the side out anyway, as one of the Smithton Lady Tigers were in the net. First opportunity for us to see number 16, outside hitter Jill Morgan for the Noster Lady Panthers. Noster up 1-0 on the Tigers. Jill's first serve goes into the one spot, unreturnable, but barely caught up by the Tigers. Outside swing by number 0, Taylor Kuhlman. Taylor tried to go cross, blocked by number 3, Mackenzie Treese for the Tigers. Scores knotted up 1-1 here in our first set. Serving for the Tigers was number 6, Connor Thompson. Her serve in the net is a side-out point for the Lady Panthers. Our first opportunity to see number 1, Holly Shabbat. Now Noster up 2-1 on the Tigers. Looks like another 6-2 set for the Noster Panthers. Setter will be coming from the back, number 1, Holly Shabbat. Hitting on the outside for the Panthers will be Taylor Kuhlman. Out of the middle will be her sister Kayla. And on the weak side will be Sarah Sparks. Holly goes to the 5 spot. Nice smart setup there by Kayla Kuhlman. Low set from Shabbat, but Kuhlman punches it over for a free ball. Hit out of the middle for the Tigers. Sears tries to punch it up. Unlucky touches there by the Lady Panthers. Score knotted up 2-2. Set to serve for Smithton will be number 3, Mackenzie Treese. M serve formation. Defensively for the Panthers. Ball goes right to Aquino. Nice dig out of the net by Holly Shabbat. Those are tough. Aquino sets up Shabbat. Shabbat goes to the outside. Taylor Kuhlman on the touch. Number 3, Mackenzie Treese, senior for the Tigers, serves again. Short serve, but handled by Sarah Sparks. Roll spike coming 10. That is in from Jill Morgan. K-I-L-L from the back row. Serving now for the Panthers, number 10, Kayla Kuhlman. Coming in to hit middle for them, number 18, Michaela Ellis. Kuhlman drops one in. Tigers are going to hit from the outside, strong side, no touch on the block. Another point for the Panthers. Noster now up 4-3. Kayla Kuhlman serves it to the 5 spot. Free ball coming. Girls transition off the net. Michaela Ellis stays up. Good thing it was short. Ellis going to hit out of the middle. Another free ball coming for the Lady Panthers. 4 hits. Noster now up 2 points on the Tigers. Hopefully Kayla Kuhlman will continue to spread this lead. Nice serve to the 5 spot. That's out of bounds. Great communication from the ladies. Ace as it was punched out of bounds. Great serve by Kayla Kuhlman, waiting on her serve. 6-3, Noster Panthers. Kayla Kuhlman going over to the 1 spot. No return on that. 2 aces in a row by Kuhlman. Noster lead goes to 4 and a quick timeout by the Smithton Tigers head coach, Jolene Selvey. Great opportunities for you guys to come out here. Pretty exciting action here tonight. JV winning in 2 sets over the Tigers. Now we're in varsity action and the Panthers are up 7-3 on the Smithton Tigers. Once again, Smithton coming to us from the Casinger Conference about 7 miles east of Sedalia. And the Panthers giving them all that they can handle tonight. Quick timeout, trying to stop the momentum of the Panthers. Best thing Kayla Kuhlman can do right now is put the ball in, trying to get another point for Noster. Beautiful serve. It's going to roll off. Free ball, free ball, free ball. Girls are transitioning off the net. Taylor Kuhlman digs it up, goes over. Called double hit. Actually a lift call from our up official. That's what you want when you come out of a timeout, to go ahead and get a quick score. Noster up 8-3. Kayla Kuhlman serving deep to the 6th spot. Outside tip. Beautiful dig up by number 1, Holly Shabbat. Sarah Sparks on the set, unable to handle it. Noster lead cut to 4. 8-4 here in this first set of our match of the Noster Panthers versus the Smithton Tigers. Michaela Ellis punches it up. Once again, roll spike coming from the 10-foot line by number 16, Joe Morgan. This time touches the top tape and unable to go over. Smithton Tigers number 8, Emily Dunavant to serve. Joe Morgan pushes it up. Michaela Ellis saves it. Taylor Kuhlman punches it free to the back row. Beautiful job because another free ball coming tip over. Holly Shabbat digs it up. Sarah Sparks from the weak side. Taylor Kuhlman with a nice hit down the line. Beautiful strike from her. Roll spike coming from the Tigers, dealt easily by Kayla Kuhlman. That is a dump-off kill for number 1, Holly Shabbat. Shabbat looking over her right shoulder, sees the opening, tips it into the hole. Point for Noster. First opportunity to see Taylor. What a serve. Beautiful job. Ceiling is playable here. Comes back to the Tigers. Taylor Kuhlman with a nice dig. Holly Shabbat sets up Michaela Ellis. Ellis with a tip into the hole. Smithton Tigers electing to go with a double block, but nobody up to cover the tip. Everybody staying deep for the hard hit. Noster reading it, placing it in the holes. Taylor Kuhlman goes deep, dug up by the Tigers. Set comes to the strong side. Roll spike, nobody there. If it would have come over, Michaela Ellison would have roofed that thing. Taylor Kuhlman serving again. Noster up 11-5. Kuhlman got some power behind that. Those balls got a lot of strength behind them. Free ball coming from the Tigers. Dug up by Kayla. Set up by Holly Shabbat. Kill out of the middle by Michaela Ellis. Ball was just behind her head. If she could have positioned herself forward, she might have been able to strike that one down. Serving for the Tigers will be number 12, Mackenzie Green. Noster leads 11-6. Great idea. Going to the line, number 2, Sarah Sparks. Definitely looked like it was out of bounds as her toes were on the line. Line judge from the corner calls it in for the Tigers. 11-7 here as Noster leads by 4. Once again, short serve handled by Michaela Ellis, but free ball coming from Holly Shabbat to the Tigers. Tigers going to set to either the middle or the outside. Punch push. By number 18, Michaela Ellis. Beautiful block from her out of the middle. Ellis puts the roof up on that spike. First opportunity for us to see number 2, Sarah Sparks serve. Sparks serves it into the 6th spot. Roll spike coming. Punched out of bounds. No touch by the Panthers. Michaela Ellis wisely pulling back. That ball out of bounds. Noster leads by 6, 13-7. Second serve from Sarah Sparks. Sparks punches it once again to the 6th spot. Free ball, free ball, free ball for the Lady Panthers. Punches up to the ceiling. Panthers transition off except for the middle hitter. Point for the Panthers, 14-7. Mark Deckenbring calling the spots from the sideline. That time Cirrus hits the top of the tape on the net. Side out for the Tigers, 14-8. Serving for the Tigers will be number 4, Tori Klein. Lineup check from Coach Dankenbring from the side. A little bit of question about whether or not they're overlapping. Don't want to give him a free point. Wisely, Coach Dankenbridge checks his service. That ball unhandleable by the Panthers. Goes out of bounds. Noster lead is cut to 5. Out of bounds, good communication from the back line. Coming in number 9, Leah Aquino. Aquino calling off Kayla. Kayla calling off Aquino. Ball out of bounds, 15-9 for the Panthers. Michaela Ellis set to serve. Free ball for the Lady Panthers. Transitioning off the net. Great dig up by Kayla Kuhlman. Wisely set to the outside. Beautiful strike to the outside by Jill Morgan. Free ball. Transition off the net this time. Coming in through the middle. Kayla Kuhlman up. Nice strike. K-I-L-L. Kill. Kayla Kuhlman out of the middle. 16-9. Noster Panthers. Michaela Ellis serve dropping short just beyond the 10-foot spike line. Serve on the outside, nice dig up. Called for a lift. Noster lead cut to 6, 16-10. Checking into the game for the Panthers, number 7, Savannah Aquino. Leaving is number 18, Michaela Ellis. Bringing in a defensive specialist for her in the back. Set to serve number 2, Whitney Fisher. Fisher's serve goes right to Jill Morgan. Sierra Sparks elects to go to the outside. Nice tip up by Kayla Kuhlman. Lift called on the Smithton Tigers. Point for the Panthers. Taylor Kuhlman back into the game for the libero. Taylor will hit outside for the Panthers. Jill Morgan drops one in. Free ball. Ace serve by Jill Morgan as unhandleable by the Tigers. (17-10) for the Panthers. Jill Morgan serve goes deep, punched over. Free ball by the Tigers. Jill digs it up. Free ball back by the Noster Lady Panthers. Wisely set up by Kayla Kuhlman. Punch to the outside. Taylor down the line. Free ball over. Set to the outside. Tip. Nice setup there by Sierra Sparks. Beautiful set by Holly Shabbat. Tip over from the outside. Strong side. Middle hit from the Tigers. Nice block there by Kayla Kuhlman. Jill Morgan set to serve for the Panthers. 18-10 in this first set. Free ball, ace by Jill Morgan. Smithton Tigers unable to handle that serve. Jill Morgan takes the lead for the Panthers up to 9. 19-10 here in our first set. Once again, Noster's just able to have their way with the Smithton Tigers. Great communication by these Lady Panthers. Exciting to see them play. Smart play, especially out of the middle on those tips. Michaela Ellis and Kayla Kuhlman wisely setting some up that normally some would try to block or to spike down and hit the top of the tape with. Wisely setting it back up, trying to get their transition into their offense. Setters have done a great job too on those tips. Smithton, on the other hand, have been burned a couple times by these Lady Panthers as they've seen a couple openings and holes with the Smithton defense staying back so far. Been able to dump some over for some easy points. Once again, out of the timeouts. Tigers out of timeouts as well. We want to see Jill Morgan keep this momentum alive. 19-10 here for the Panthers. Jill Morgan's serve is a beautiful one. Set is going to go to the outside for the Smithton Tigers. Nice dig up by Taylor Kuhlman. Great hustle. Great dunk for the kill by Sarah Sparks. Just talking about that double block. Everybody staying deep for the Tigers. Nobody there to cover the tip. Wisely dumping it over number 2, Sarah Sparks, for the easy point. 20-10 for the Noster Panthers. Jill Morgan's serve this time just goes out of bounds. Side out for the Tigers. Noster lead is 9, 20-11. Serving for Smithton will be number 6, Connor Thompson. Communication already coming by the Panthers, talking about where they think this serve is going to go. That's exactly where it went. Nice strike out of the middle, deep for Kayla Kuhlman. Smithton barely able to handle it. Free ball coming back over. Great opportunity for some offense here. Kayla Kuhlman with a strike. K-I-L-L, kill out of the middle for Kayla Kuhlman. Holly Shabbat here hoping to close things out. 21-11, Noster Panthers. Shabbat serve goes into the 5 spot. Free ball coming from the Smithton Tigers. Tigers free ball goes to number 7, Savannah Aquino. Once again seeing the dump off number 1, Holly Shabbat. Dumps it right over her shoulder to keep her serving alive. 22-11, doubled up the score, Noster Panthers. Holly Shabbat with an ace serve, barely touched, just out of bounds. On the stat sheet, I'd give it to her, 23-11. Need 2 for a victory. Shabbat's serve is a good one. Drops right in the middle of the 6th spot, just deep enough. Smithton Tigers thinking it was going to go out of bounds. Nice top spin serve, though, from Holly Shabbat. Uno mas. One more for the Noster Panthers. Holly Shabbat wants to close things out, and she does in a beautiful fashion with an ace serve into the 4th spot. 25-11 as the Noster Panthers make quick work of the Lady Tigers. Great first set there by the Noster Lady Panthers. 3 minutes on the clock in between just for some coaching. All Coach Dankenberg is going to say is just keep it up. Keep looking for the tips. If they play back, play deep for our hits. If they start to play forward, start swinging. Great communication by these Lady Panthers. Once again, they take the first set 25-11. Over the Smithton Tigers. We'll be back in about 2 minutes for our second set. Both teams set here a minute early. Smithton Tigers back on the floor, and now our Lady Panthers join us on the floor. Set to serve first for the Lady Panthers will be number 18, Michaela Ellis. Immediate substitution in number 9, the libero, Leah Aquino. Back row setter number 2, Sarah Sparks. Hitting on the weak side, number 1, Holly Shabbat. Out of the middle, Kayla Kuhlman. And on the strong side, Jill Morgan. Great dig up by Sarah Sparks on that tip. Hit out of the middle for Kayla Kuhlman. Kuhlman dumps it over. Nice block up there by Holly Shabbat. Dug up, great dig by the Smithton Tigers. Free ball punch over, going to the corners. Number 10, Kayla Kuhlman. Jill Morgan wants it. Set up outside to her. Beautiful strike as she strikes it down just beyond the 10-foot spike line. Morgan lined herself up right to that hole and just dumped it right in there. Wonderful attack from her. Great kill for the Noster Panthers. First point goes to the Panthers. Michaela Ellis, second serve of this second set. It's a good one as well. Goes into the sixth spot. Outside set. Not able to go over for the Tigers. Noster wins that point as well. Coach calling spots from the side. Called the 5 spot. Went more towards the 6, but still in and still a great serve. Aquino on the dig for the libero. Beautiful hit out of the middle from Kayla Kuhlman to serve. Sarah serving into the 6 spot. Free ball coming. Free ball for the Panthers. Dumped over, handled well. Set to the outside, strong side. Beautiful hit. Almost comes up here to where we're sitting, up in the balcony. Nice kill from the outside from number 16, Jill Morgan. Jill definitely on top of that ball, striking it in front of her body, bringing it down. Smithton couldn't handle it. Ace serve from number 2, Sarah Sparks. Dropping it in between 2 players. No communication from the Smithton Tigers. Noster lead goes to 2. 11-9 here in the second set. Sarah Sparks drops it in, her second ace in a row. Had 3 in a row in a JV matchup. Sarah's now going for the turkey as well. Unable to get it, but it's going to be a free ball from the Tigers. Noster transitions off the net. Aquino digs it up as a libero. Set goes to the outside, Jill Morgan. That time, set was just underneath the net for her as she made her approach. Didn't get there fast enough. It was a nice set to the outside, but a little bit slower on the approach. Noster lead is now 2. 12-10. Sarah smartly dumps that one over and gets the kill for the Panthers. Anything that tight to the net, she did the right thing. Closed her fist on her right hand and just punched it over the net. Anything else and she's going to drag her shoulder to the net, so she wisely closed her fist and punched it over. Roof set up there by number 10, Kayla Kuhlman. Set coming from Holly Shabbat, punches to the strong side. Nice low spike, just for placement. And a beautiful placement it was by number 16, Jill Morgan. Michaela Ellis drops one in for an ace as well. That serve barely cleared the top tape. Smartly calling a timeout here are the Smithton Tigers as she feels this game's getting away from her as the Noster lead opens up to 5. 15-10 here in the second set. Noster leads the Smithton Tigers. Coach talking to the Panthers over there on the sideline. Looks like the discussion here is on blocking. Although passing is an issue for the Tigers, really there haven't been a whole lot of sets to be able to be hit. Most of the blocking coming off of shanked passes, free ball attempts from the Smithton Tigers, especially our middle blockers, Kayla Kuhlman and Michaela Ellis. Both of them putting up a couple roofs, dropping some good blocks. Getting set to serve now, number 18, Michaela Ellis. Ellis coming out of the timeout with a nice top spin serve. Handled very well on the free ball by Sarah Sparks. Quick hit out of the middle. Beautiful set, beautiful strike. Kayla Kuhlman with the kill. Holly Shabbat with a great assist. All started on a setup though from number 2, Sarah Sparks. Can't get the quick hits if you can't get the perfect setup. Another free ball coming over. Jill Morgan handles it easily. Set up back outside it from Sarah Sparks to her. She gets on top of it, hits the roof. 4 hits from the Smithton Tigers. Side out goes. And point goes to the Panthers. Michaela Ellis doing a great job back there. Coach still calling spots from the sideline. Serves over into the 1 spot. Tip coming from the Panthers. Set got there, block got there just a little bit early. But difficult to time as she tipped the ball after it was already underneath the net. Checking in for the Tigers is number 8, Emily Dunavant. Serving for them, number 2, Whitney Fisher. Fisher with a slight jump serve. Aquino sisters there, digging it up. Ball just behind the head of number 10, Kayla Kuhlman, as she hits it from the strong side. Side out to the Tigers. Panther lead is still 5, 17-12. Libero Aquino sets it up. This time transitioning off and not fooled by the dump of the Tigers. Double block there, Kayla Kuhlman and Holly Shabbat. And Taylor Kuhlman enters the game as our outside hitter. Jill Morgan to serve for the Panthers. It's a hard floater to the 1 spot. Free ball coming from the Tigers. Not handled by the Panthers, and the lead stays at 5. Side out. Seems to be the name of the game right here. Now Noster Panthers need a great defensive strike here to gain some momentum and to finish this thing out. 18-13 is our score here in the second set. Deep serve, out of bounds. Now Noster needs to use that to gain some momentum. Serving for them is a great server, number 1, Holly Shabbat. Checking in for Smithton is number 1, Brianna Eisenbart. She's back in the 1 spot. Looks like coach is calling for that spot. Holly Shabbat giving her the eye. Holly does try to go there, but ends up in the 6th spot. Great dig up by number 7, Savannah Aquino. Ball just over the block. And a lack of communication causes Knob Noster the point. 19-14 here, Knob Noster leads. Savannah Aquino with a great save on a hard serve by the Tigers. Just pushing deep is the Panthers on a free ball. Touched by the block, but not blocked. Dug up by Aquino. Great hit on the outside by Taylor Kuhlman. Kuhlman digs it up as the free ball's over. Holly Shabbat sets it right back to her. Touched again. Taylor Kuhlman all over the place over there. Great dig up by Jill Morgan. Set this time goes to the middle. Nice dump by Kayla Kuhlman. Dug up well by the Tigers. Pushed over and Knob Noster wins out the point. Multiple touches coming from both sides on that rally. Knob Noster comes out the victor. Knob Noster needs 5 to close this out. 20-14. Kayla Kuhlman to serve. Top spin serve as she puts it in the 6th spot. Hit out of the strong side. Kuhlman tries to dig it up, but unable to handle it, and the lead goes back to 5. Serving for the Tigers will be number 8, Emily Dunavant. M formation for the Knob Noster Panthers as they're in that 6-2. Dig up by Jill Morgan. Not an issue that it came up and hit her anymore according to the rules. Now coming in for her though is number 9, the libero Leah Aquino. Lead drops to 4 for the Panthers. Set on the outside by Sarah Sparks. Taylor Kuhlman goes deep into the corner. Free ball coming from the Tigers. Dug up by Kayla Kuhlman. Set up by Holly Shabbat. Kuhlman just has to handle it over. Hits coming out of the middle for the Tigers. Shoulders never got square into the court by the Tigers' middle hitter, and she hits it out of bounds. Libero leaves, and coming back in is number 16, Jill Morgan, to hit on the outside. Morgan, Ellis, and Sparks up on the front line. Kuhlman sisters and Shabbat on the back line defensively. Now coming into libero Aquino. Set to serve for the Smithton Tigers is number 12, Mackenzie Green. Green's ball goes over into the 5-hole. This time Holly Shabbat unable to dump it in. And that ball called in for the Smithton Tigers. Now Noster lead drops to just 3. Now Noster does have both of their timeouts, and I'm sure that if it scores here, Coach Dankenbring's going to go ahead and call that timeout. Tight tip there from number 16, Jill Morgan. Aquino, the libero on the dig. This time Ellis out of the middle does a better job of keeping the ball in front of her, and she gets a kill off of the blocker of the Tigers. Now Noster lead goes back up to 4. They need 3 to close this out, and a great server in Sarah Sparks in the back. Didn't see the number, but coach calling it from the side. Serve goes to the 1 spot. Free ball, free ball, free ball as now Noster transitions off the net. Jill Morgan keeping the ball in front of her. Touched by the Tigers. Morgan up. She dumps it in. No touch on the net. I don't know how she kept herself from being able to touch that net, but she did a great job of reaching forward and punching that one down for the point for the Panthers. 23-18. 2 points for the victory and the match for the Panthers. Sarah Sparks hoping to finish things out. Ace serve for the Panthers. Uno mas for match point. Sarah Sparks back to close things out, 24-18. And the Panthers getting set to hopefully win this match on this serve. Sarah's serve hits the top of the net. Now Noster's going to have to do it defensively instead of offensively here. Set to serve for Smithton, number 4, Tori Klein. All Noster needs to win this match is one great defensive stance. And the serve goes to Kayla Kuhlman. Sarah Sparks tries to dig it out of the bottom of the net. Once again, those are very tough. She positioned her body very well, but was unable to come up with it. Lead drops to 4, 24-20. Lack of communication by the Panthers. Lead comes back to 3. Smithton Tigers definitely putting the pressure on here as they've gotten much better here in the second set. Holly Shabbat on the dig up. Jill Morgan pushes it over. Outside tip, tip, tip coming. Nice punch up there by Sarah Sparks. Great hustle from her. And the lead drops to 2. Timeout called by the Noster Panthers. Momentum shift has gone to the Smithton Tigers. And Coach Dankenbring calls a timeout. 24-22. Now Noster just needs one side out, one good defensive stance, and an offensive swing. Just some confidence here. Sometimes when you play not to lose, that's all you do is you lose. Right now, the Panthers playing not to lose. Need to gain some confidence in themselves, in their hits, in their digs, in their sets, and swing away. Got a lot of firepower up there on the front line. Too much firepower to keep tipping this ball over. Sarah Sparks in the 6-2 is the setter. Michaela Ellis out of the middle hitting. Outside hitters number 16, Jill Morgan. Jill will stay as the middle hitter though until the ball goes back over. Sarah Sparks dumps it over. Smithton Tigers dump it over. Holly Shabbat on the set to Jill Morgan for the win! Now Noster wins at 25-22 on a roll spike from the outside strong side from Jill Morgan. Now Noster wins in 2 sets over the Smithton Tigers. Amazing action here. Great fan support from these high school football players and from everybody else at Noster High School. I see a lot of elementary students here. This is Michael Cornish. It's been great to be with you tonight. Thank you to our broadcasting class for giving me this opportunity, and we are signing off.